God, and dear man, I take you far away under the sycamore trees, in the dark trees that blow baby, in the dark trees that blow.
And welcome to Twin Peaks Unwrapped. I'm your host, Ben Durant, and beside me is...
JC from 25 Years Later in Bookhouse, babes.
And Brian Kazaska from Twin Peaks Unwrapped. We're
Yay!
live on Twitter.
Live! Twitter!
It took us a while.
But we're here.
No one knows that.
We're here with my phone, so hopefully you guys can see us bright and shiny.
Yeah, so we got 30 people so far.
Cheers.
Whoa, I gotta be
Cheers.
part. Everybody,
Cheers!
cheers, Ben. We're drinking Kyle MacLachlan wine.
Yes, this is Kyle's Baby Bear. It's a Syrah. I'm going to put it real close. Baby Bear, Baby Bear. He named it Baby Bear after his son, Colin, when he was born. And he wanted Syrah, so that's why. And it's delicious. And I want more.
He's doing a wine tasting tonight.
He's doing a wine tasting at Flatiron Wines and Spirits in Manhattan. Hopefully Brett is there. Hi, Brett, if you could see us. Or Kyle. Hi, Kyle. But since we're not there, we're drinking your wine. But we would have loved to have been there, but it kind of fell in the same night. So
Yeah.
sorry, we couldn't just hop on the train. And Yep.
So as the podcast progresses, you could see our tone get really flush and red. And I might fall asleep because wine makes me sleepy.
Yes,
So I'd be like...
I'll keep poking him.
Yeah, I'd be falling asleep by the end here. All right, so we got a lot to talk about. We have
Yes, we do.
music, we have news, we have events that are happening.
Yes.
So Ben,
Let's start with.
let's start. What we had actually a death in the Twin Peaks family, which was very sad news. We'll get the sad news out of the way.
Yes. The passing of Pamela Gidley.
Yeah, Gidley.
Yeah.
She was 52.
Wow.
And I think recently she had been living in Massachusetts, which isn't too far from all of us.
Wow.
So she was kind of like nearby.
Oh my God.
But we don't know how she died. We just know that she
Yeah,
passed and
something
stuff.
happened.
Yeah, young though, 52. That's not old.
That's
but
really
I
young.
have
Yeah.
some notes of just things that I thought were interesting.
Very young.
Brad Dukes, maybe it was a year or so ago, Brad Dukes' show, he actually interviewed her.
Okay.
And he's not doing the podcast anymore, so I couldn't find it. I was telling you, Brian, that I had actually watched the interview. I listened to the interview, and I thought I recommended it to you and realized it wasn't available. Well, Brad made it available again on welcometotwinpeaks.com, so if you go there's an article about Pamela, and at the very bottom, there's Brad Dukes'
That's very nice of him.
show. Yeah.
He's switching gears. China Beach is his new thing. He's got his China Beach book coming out. No
Wait,
joke.
seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, that's cool.
What did you say?
Brad Dukes.
But what did you say?
China Beach.
Oh, yeah,
China Beach.
Right.
ABC, probably around a little bit after Twin Peaks
Yeah.
or right around the same
4
time.
seasons.
Today or yesterday that it was like the I don't know, 30 years ago or not 20. I think it was an anniversary. Like,
Yeah.
when
Oh, was it?
launched.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, from some things I thought were interesting from that interview with Brad Dukes was that Pamela started modeling at age 8, and she had seen an ad, and she there was a phone number, and she called and she set up an appointment. This is at 8 years old. She set up an appointment for her mom, and then she told her mom, "I've set up an appointment. We have to go and stuff." And they went. And I think there was like 16
That's
other
talking
people.
about getting things done.
Getting things done.
At
And there
8
was
years
16
old.
other people, and she had won that ad, and she actually started doing some modeling in the Boston area. I thought that was really cool that she started that. Her best friend since age 18, Sherilyn Fenn. So
Wow.
Yeah, I saw Sherilyn post a bunch about Pam.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she called her, I think, Pammy or something. Yeah,
she mentions about how during Firewalk with Me, in the hotel scene with Ray Wise. It was very hot, and I think I've seen this posted some other places too. And she was wearing like wool, and so she went. She was like trying to say like, we need to have some kind of fan or air conditioning. And she went to Lynch and she said, "Can I sit on your lap?" And he said yes. And she sits on his lap. She's like, "Can we please get a fan or air conditioning?" And Lynch was like, "I do not like moving air." So he's like, that was his thing. Like, I don't want.
Well, no, I mean, but the tension.
Wow.
Think about tension and anger, and as people get hot, they do it in psychological exams. They'll make somebody and they'll put the temperature up. So they'll see how they react. So
Well, Ben, we were in that room. Ben and myself were in that room.
Oh, that's right. You were in the
when we went
hotel
to
room, huh?
We're in the
Twin Peaks
hotel
Fest
room.
in
That's right.
Washington. We were there.
The coolest part about that room, if you ever get to go, they actually have the wall as is, and there's a little placard that says, "This is like, we're not going to change anything.
That's cool.
This room is dedicated to David Lynch and his work."
That's awesome.
They're renovating the whole place, but that
room. That's really cool.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool that room will stay the same.
Yes. Sorry, I was trying to look at. Maybe you guys will watch when people say things because I'm trying to look at notes and.
Just worry about notes.
yeah.
Just worry about notes.
And then, Wrapped in Plastic issue 20, John Thorne had interviewed her as well back in the day.
Okay.
And she said that she actually auditioned for Lynch before Twin Peaks series came out, and that she thinks she was trying out for Shelley.
Oh wow!
Really?
I'd
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. So I mean, I think she thinks that maybe that David Lynch had thought about her
For another part,
and when it came time for Fire Walk with Me, he thought about her, and he really wanted her bad enough. And I think she was really touched by this that like she had another part, and that Lynch actually thought of her, and he actually flew her, and so that she could do her other part somewhere else and still do the part for Fire Walk with Me, and he arranged it, and I think he had to pay for insurance, and he had to do all this that he cared, and she was really touched by that. I think there was one other thing from Brad Duke's show where actually those pictures you see with the ring. And that was David Lynch who took those pictures. Nobody else was involved. He just called her.
Where she did the picture with her, she's brushing her hair back. Those ones.
I think there's like a tree in back. I think that's where Chet sees the ring for the first time in the trailer. I think it was kind of cool that David Lynch, and she was really touched too that David Lynch was the one that photographed her.
Absolutely.
So it's really sad.
That's sad. And she was so close, and I'm glad Brad Dukes put that up there. That was very nice because it was missing. When Ben told me, I went right to his feed and could not find it.
Wow.
And I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
And our friend Christian, he archives.
He's an archivist.
Yes.
He archives
everything.
The podcasts that he likes. So he did have it archived. If we needed it, we could have gotten it from him.
He archives this show as well. So if we ever stop paying that bill yearly, we know where to go.
If we stop paying it gets all removed, we know to go to Christian.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What else do we want to talk about?
So, talk about.
So to start off, Record Store Day happened last week, and I thought to kind of go into the mood of Record Store Day and the soundtrack being released on vinyl, which I brought with me, and we'll show in a little bit.
Yep.
We would all list off our top 3 songs from The Return. And if you're listening on Twitter right now, and if you want to just start rattling off your favorite songs off of the Return soundtrack, feel free. Maybe we'll read them off during the show.
Leave that up.
Our top 3, we'll start off with Ben.
Yes.
We're going to do a 3. We're going to do 2 later, and we're going to end the show with 1. But our 3 spot off the Twin Peaks Return soundtrack, we'll start off with Ben. What is your number 3?
So we're focused on, we already said it, but we're focused only on the Return Season 3, which is actually 2 soundtracks.
It's 2 soundtracks.
So we'll focus on, we're not doing...
Or 3.
Yeah.
Don't go there. We're not
according to Scott.
According to Scott, it's 3.
Why 3? Wait, I want to know why though.
So
there's the Twin Peaks with the original soundtrack. This one. There's hold on. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Then there's this one that I have on my iPad. iPhone right now.
Yeah.
And then what's the third one?
So Scott, in his article, Music in the Air, in the Blue Rose magazine, which you can subscribe to right now at bluerosemag.com.
From Maddox.
Happy
Heartbreaking.
birthday.
Number one for me. Yes.
Happy birthday, Scott.
Mine too, Rob. You'll hear it later.
He mentioned there being a third soundtrack, but it sounds like it's all this.
Dean Hurley, who actually was involved with the Return soundtrack, season 3
Yeah.
soundtrack, he has his own.
Well, that's it.
music
The
that he
electric
does.
sounds, that night electric sounds, that really ambient kind of
Yes.
Right. So
Yes.
it does feel
beautiful,
very
haunting,
It feels very Twin Peaks, but it's no way. So David Lynch.
But it's in it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in it.
No, there's in it. When Mr. C's driving at night, it's called something da-da-da-da-da. I'm pretty sure.
Well, Dean Hurley has his own anthology album,
Oh,
and
okay.
that's the
Oh, all right.
You should have that written down. I should have
Sorry.
written that. But Scott talks about
Yeah, he
that
does.
anthology being that.
I think
music
it's
is
worth
very
talking about, though, because I
ambient.
didn't know a third
Yeah.
thing exists.
But you're going to confuse everybody.
Well, you know what? If you go on Spotify and you go to Johnny Jewel's
Yes,
Spotify, he's got all those extra songs in there.
Yeah.
What else we got? For me, Snake Eyes
All right,
by
let me-
Trouble. Love it.
So, Ben, what is your number 3?
Number 3
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
is Out of Sand, Eddie Vedder.
Yeah.
For me-
Edward Louis Severinsen.
Yes,
Yes.
his real name. So that's
Yeah.
what he was called on the show. That's
I'm
his
glad-
real name, his birth name.
I'm glad you picked this song, Ben, because,
Sorry, Amanda just wrote James singing Just You. You gonna sing it here?
yes, maybe we'll end the show.
Just you
Um,
and I. There, you get a little taste.
And we need Bob to come out. So, Ben, I'm happy you picked this song because in the show, the fact that he's introduced as Edward Louis Severson, it makes me believe that we are in another kind of world. And it's because that's the same episode the Audrey's theme plays backwards.
Right.
She has the awakening. A lot of things happen, and it's just an interesting small detail. Why did they choose to say his real name and not Eddie Vedder?
Yes.
And so
I don't know.
It's so weird.
Is it to be, yeah.
I think it's because we're in a different world. We're in a different.
Well, it seems like
Lane.
it does seem like the Roadhouse might be its own place too. And
Yeah.
we have
Well,
this
we've
whole-
talked about that. Yeah, we've talked about that.
Especially with the whole soap opera and everybody is sleeping with everybody, and then there seems to be something going on.
I want to believe it's like purgatory. It's like
Well,
lost, and they're all
okay.
waiting for
How
each
about
other.
this? How about alternate universes? Because the way that Cooper, especially one of my songs that will be talked about later, the way that Charlene Yee crawls across the
Yes,
floor, and the way
yes.
that Cooper crawls across the floor and sticks the fork in, it's
Yes.
kind of like ominous in
Uh-huh.
both sides. So I'm just saying.
Totally agree. Totally agree.
Look at somebody just.
I know we're gonna
So
get there.
I've got some things to say.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's good. I mean, so this is an original song made for this show.
Yes.
I mean,
Yep.
some of the other ones
Yeah.
aren't. Some of them we'll get to where they're not. They were
Or they were original from other stuff. Yeah.
Right, from other stuff. So Laura Dern is friends with Vedder, and this comes
That's
from
true. From her husband, well, her ex-husband. Excuse me.
This comes from KEXP radio show. While the show was on the air, the return was on it. Every week they were talking about music, and they would have Dean Hurley on, who helped produce these songs, and he would give us some kind of insight. So one of the insights was Laura Dern was friends with Vedder, and that Lynch had worked with him as well. But there was a conversation, and she was the one that kind of nudged Lynch and saying, he'd be really good for some music for the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Which I thought was
That's
really
cool.
And then, so the interesting thing is about this is it was very abstract. Dean Hurley told Vedder, like, okay, there's abstract themes, some things about the show. He mentioned this and that, but like it was kind of very. It wasn't very specific. Like he didn't tell a scene, he didn't tell Cooper about Cooper, anything like that. So I think it's fascinating that on Vedder's own, he came up with a song, and it's so, I don't know, it's so heartbreaking, but it feels so much like Cooper's going through this journey of like out of time that he's lost 25 years of his life, and now how do you deal with like I love the lyrics of this song.
Oh, it is. It's
so
beautiful. It's absolutely. It's hauntingly beautiful.
And
like,
if I remember correctly, we got that song a little bit early. Like it was a live version we got off of
so
YouTube.
he played it at one of his concerts.
oh, did he really?
Yeah, and we
I
got
didn't know that.
we played it on
we played it on the show.
Yeah.
And I don't
I
know.
didn't
I don't
know
know
that.
how people associated that song with automatically being on the unless
There
he
must have been a
mentioned it in the
leak.
concert.
Yeah, he could have said this
Could have
is
said.
for a future project.
So that's
I'm
number
doing.
3 for me. Who's next? Who's next?
You want-
JC.
me? Okay, my
I wrote the
number.
orders on the
Oh,
the
good.
thing.
My number 3. Just because everybody hated this scene Don't tell me. There may be people out there that say, "Oh, I love that scene," and you're
love that
lying.
scene.
You're lying. No, but see, and I'm not lying. I love that scene, and I love that scene because it's what happens in real life, people. It is. It's in real life. Somebody would be sweeping a floor and taking their time, and then would get a call.
Yep.
So my number 3 is "Green Onions" by Booker T and the MGs.
Yes, that's a great song.
Yeah, that's my number 3. It's just every time you hear it now synonymously, you will realize that it is the sweeping floor. You know, like before, it was some random commercial. It was in like some ad, from long ago. I remember hearing it in many a show or a series. It's
Probably
usually traveling music. It's
Probably every
best scene in the whole return.
Probably every Ocean's 11 movie had that song because it's got that
it's got that
vibe that we're gonna go on a heist.
I hear that. I hear that.
The album that it's from is an amazing album.
Oh, it's an absolutely amazing album. I mean, come on, guys, get it. But yes, that is my number 3. It's just I pick my music by what feels good, and that was for me was what feels good. So
awesome.
Yeah,
that's my number 3.
I didn't even know. I own the soundtracks and I listened to that song. I didn't even remember that it was the sweeping the.
Really, yeah, because and it's perfect because you see him going and it's not like he does it like on the offbeat. He like literally goes sweep like it's really cool.
Oh my
That's
God.
not the wine talking, I promise. Maybe for Brian it is, but it's not for me.
I'm a lightweight. Oh God! Alrighty.
Thank you.
My number 3,
Which I do love too. So this was my other one that I was going to pick.
Actually, I saw you got all this music that is my favorite music. I mean, the
whole album is great. Yeah.
But my favorite, only
Number
because my number 3, Nine Inch Nails. I'm a huge Nine Inch Nails fan, and the fact that I get to see a whole Nine Inch Nails in a show on Showtime, on just the whole song,
and it was part 8.
It was part 8.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
And it wasn't cut off like the Grammys cut them off one time, and I was so pissed.
Damn you, Grammys!
I stayed up all night, and the One Rock act they cut off.
Yeah, of course they did.
So this to me was just awesome. But the history of the song, I think, makes it even better that they wrote it for the show. And David Lynch went to Trent Reznor and said, "I want it dirtier," because I don't know what the original song was. So they wrote it even dirtier. Also, this EP dropped around Christmas time.
It did because it was it was on their their album. Yeah, because I ended up listening to their album after I found the song and realized that it was on a larger or EP.
A friend of mine, we're huge Nine Inch Nails fans, and Trent Reznor said, new music this year. And we're like, approaching Christmas time. We're like, when is this new music going to drop? And all of a sudden it was just like, one day, here it is. That song was on there. I was like, wow. And a lot of people they connected the dots real quick. On forums, they were already saying, this is going to be on Twin Peaks. Just like the Eddie Vedder thing. How did they do it? I don't know. They did it.
Psychic.
And the lyrics, just like Eddie Vedder, they wrote these songs not seeing a frame, but they captured the mood. But
you know what, though?
somehow.
I bet you Lynch said, think this, this, and over here, and and it's going to go here, and and then they were like, okay, I got it.
Yeah,
I mean, because
like
you got to think, because David Lynch has directed. Sorry, Brian, as I kick your knee.
It's all right.
David Lynch directed She's Haunted.
Yeah.
Right?
And,
am I right about
Perfect
that?
Drug.
Yeah. And Perfect Drug. Well, and that was in Lost Highway. That's one of my favorite songs.
The
They
Haunted.
produced the soundtrack.
Yeah, and
Lost
this-
Highway.
Of Lost Highway, yeah, they did. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how he really got into soundtracks then. I mean, people are like, oh, he did it was Social Network, or what did he do?
Trent Reznor did Social Network.
Right,
yes.
but before that, he did Lost Highway.
Yeah. So
I have one thing to say. I think I might be wrong by this, but I think Lynch rejected the first song he picked.
yeah, I said that.
Did you say that? Okay.
Yeah. You were looking at your notes.
I'm busy doing.
Hey, hold on. I want Twin Peaks, Scotia. Hold that thought because I want to talk to that because that happens to be my number 2. But we're not going to tell everybody.
We gotta
else.
wait
Yeah,
for
we gotta
number
wait.
2.
We gotta wait for number 2.
Yeah. And the only thing I'll say before we move on.
Hey, the site joined. Hi, guys.
It was funny. A lot of people, like Scott, didn't like it the first time around, but have grown to like it. And I think it works in episode 8. You have this musical break because it's like this palate cleanser before you're going to get hit in the head with this just craziness. And it matches the whole feel of that episode. That's just a genius of Lynch there. So we are going to take us
Hi,
a
25
break.
years later.
Hi, 25 years later. We're going to talk about you right now.
Yeah, so JC, tell us, what are we going to talk about next?
We're going to talk about our 1 year anniversary. Yay!
Wait, cheers!
Cheers! We're going to cheers! Woo!
Everybody get your wine or coffee. Cheers.
Yes. So we're going to talk about 1 year at 25 years later.
This week is the
It was
20-year anniversary.
It was
Last
no, it was
Sunday.
Sunday. It was Sunday.
Sunday's this week, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I guess. See, I count Monday as a new week, but whatever.
That's
yeah,
how
Sunday.
I do it too, but
look at the exclamation. Yeah, you got it. You quiz me here. No, but it was Sunday, and Andrew wrote a beautiful, beautiful letter to all of us that were involved and all our fans. So thank you. And then we kind of surprised him by trying to get some messages
we
from
wrote-
our friends. Yeah, thank
Tell us,
you.
where did those messages go? Was
They
that-
were in an article. You have to go to our site. They were in an article
Oh, I
that
gotta
Laura
read it.
released.
I
Our
didn't see
favorites.
it.
We talked about our favorites. Our favorite
I saw
article from the
favorites.
site.
Yeah.
Yep, and then we talked about that, and then Laura intermittently kind of put them in. Well, she had a sneak. We had a sneak because Andrew didn't know we did this, so it was all a secret surprise. Yeah. So wait a second. Oh, what an awesome shout out for the 25 years later from Showtime. Am I right? Yes, that was very awesome. Yes, Showtime is very good to us.
On Twitter there.
Oh, you did on Twitter. Showtime.
No, what
They
happened?
said Twin Peaks was announced close to a year ago today, and 25 years later has been up for theories and analyzed and everything else. So congratulations on
That's so cool.
yeah, making it 1 year. So that was awesome. But yes, no. So yeah, we made it 1 year, and we're moving onward and upward, and we're still your site to go for peaks. We want we want to reiterate that we are still the site to go for peaks. Things, stuff, theories, analyses, articles, interviews, what have you. But we are also branching out into TV and film.
yeah.
So, and that includes Lynch. That includes other things that our writers are interested in. That includes things you guys are interested in. So let us know. If you don't want to X-Files, that's right.
Yeah.
The Alienist. If you don't want to miss out on our content, go to 25yearslatersite.com, and in the little corner it says subscribe. We'll never stop. We'll never stop. They'll never take us alive. Yes, but yes, go to our site, go to the corner, and you can subscribe, and then you put your little email in, and then every time there's new content, it will get emailed to you.
Oh, we know. We know.
JC, I think you probably mentioned this before, but how did you get involved with 25 years later? Was it Lindsay that kind
Well,
of...
it was Lindsay. Lindsay connected me with Andrew. So yes, what happened was they put out a shout out for writers, and I had written a piece. Actually, it's not obsession, it's pure love on my blog. And it was part 11 or part 10 and whatnot and everything else. And then Lindsay had written something, and I wrote to her and Andrew and said, I'd love to come write and go check this out and let me know what you think. And then Andrew wrote me back and said, you're in. And then I was a little intimidated. I was a little intimidated because I started reading everybody's series, and I'm like, I'm way out of my league. This is like, I write character pieces and I write nonfiction, and then
That's your thing.
that's my thing. And then I asked Andrew, and he trusted me. I said, I want to write about Dougie. And he goes, okay, and what do you want to write? And I said, I want to write like a love letter to Dougie, because I thought Kyle did an amazing job, and I thought people gave him a short end of a stick with this character. I'm thinking, my whole point was, he's been in the Red Room for 25 years, people. What did you think was going to happen when he was going to come out? He wasn't just going to go, hey, damn fine, here's a cup of coffee. I mean, he wasn't going to do that.
We wanted that, though. We wanted that.
So needless to say, I wrote this letter, and we posted it, and I tagged Mark Frost, and I tagged Kyle, and I tagged a bunch of people, and Mark Frost retweeted it and said, really lovely.
Aww.
And so that was like my aha movement. I'm way out of my league, and I started this side.
I think
No, you're not, Andrew. We love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
And Adam, we are all the dreamers.
We are all the dreamers. Are you guys the dreamer or the dream? Hold on to that thought. Hold on to that thought. We will get right back to that thought.
Someone's favorite article.
That was my favorite article, Jen. Oh, Amanda.
Yeah.
Thank you, Amanda. Mwah. To you too. Yes, no, that was that started me and propelled me at 25 Years Later site, and then Amanda and I started Bookhouse Babes, and that's been going strong, and we may have a little bit of announcement, not today, but eventually with the Bookhouse Babes and 25 Years Later site, but that's coming down the road, so stay tuned.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
Stay tuned.
I'm
Talking
excited.
about birthdays.
Birthdays. So,
Happy birthday to you, Scott Ryan.
Scott Ryan.
everybody, I want you to tag and retweet us into Scott Ryan right now.
Yeah, or Blue Rose Magazine.
Blue Rose
Blue Rose Magazine.
Or you can pre-order the last days of Letterman, which I'm very, very, very excited for.
Yeah.
Comes out this fall. He's taking pre-orders now. And on top of that, the Blue Rose magazine is kicking butt, taking names. You can subscribe to that. Issue 5?
No.
6 is coming out?
6 is coming out. Wait, when's the women's issue?
That's going to be in
7?
summer.
7.
I can't keep track of it.
I can't
There's
keep
too much.
track.
7. Great, Scott.
Yeah, issue 6, Scott. Issue 6 is coming out, but issue 5 is out now,
Yeah.
which is a really good one. I get this, and it takes me a whole month to read because I just will take my time, and sometimes things will inspire us, just like kind of inspired this whole musical show. So happy birthday, Scott Ryan. I called him the producer-seducer today, and he said that's him. So he's the seducer-producer.
The seducer-producer?
Seducer-producer.
I love it. The seducer-producer.
Yeah, he's a seducer-producer.
Okay, now it's your time to... I'm going to be Vanna for the moment,
All
right?
right,
Is that us?
So Record Store Day happened, and I love Record Store Day, and I usually have a budget, and my budget was blown all on 2 records this year. I bought a third record for $11, and it was Conan O'Brien live with Jack White, which
I was
is
going to say
amazing.
Jack Black. What?
Which was amazing. So, I can't believe I don't own these on vinyl. I own the CDs.
Look at this.
But-
Hold on. Let me...
But open them up here, Ben. You can take that
All
one.
right, hold on. I'm going to put my mic down for 1 second.
So
I'll let Jen. Jen will be the.
Jen,
I'll be the
so
one.
this is the soundtrack number 1.
It's got a
But turn it around.
Look at that.
Wow.
And-
Look at that.
That's so cool.
And then open it.
That's the
All right, hold on,
the
let me open
nuke
it.
bomb from
Yeah.
episode 8
Oh, look
for all
at
you
this.
people listening to the podcast.
I know. And then
that.
we have Laura
Laura's
Palmer's face on
The
one.
golden orb.
Yeah.
In the
chevron.
the chevron floor.
Sorry. That wasn't my middle finger. That was my ring finger.
And it's funny, on Sunday I was wearing them in my house, and Allison was, oh, not again. And I'm like, yes.
So Brian, is this only available on Record Day?
You can still buy them, but once they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah, isn't that
Here's a
awesome?
limited-
That's
I got
so
another
cool.
one
All
for you.
right, hold on. I got to do my other one.
This is a limited run. It's the picture disc.
Look at this.
I want to frame them,
Look
though.
at this awesome. Look at. Hold on.
So the
You
Bang
can't look
Bang,
for people listening,
it's a
but
Bang
it's
Bang bar. You got the Bang
Yes.
Bang bar
Bar.
coaster.
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. The Roadhouse. Sorry. I know that sounded like Family Guy. Sorry, people.
Then you
Oh,
have
look at-
inside the
inside the
Roadhouse.
stage.
How many records
Wait.
were they? Did you say, Brian?
Stage.
Like that they had available
Can you
on
see
Record
stage?
Day? I'm trying to remember.
When I
I
went,
couldn't find them in Glasgow. Yeah.
yeah, when I went
Look at
to Music Outlet,
It goes to 11. No, it goes past 11.
That
but
is really cool. I like that.
Yeah, I do too.
I ordered them
The
from
meter there, on the record, it's got a
Music
meter.
Outlet. I ordered them.
I'm sorry. That's a Spinal Tap joke, and
Yes.
hopefully somebody got that.
It goes all the way to 11.
It goes all the way to 11.
Well, they did that in Twin Peaks, which was kind of cool. So
just
you
gonna
knew
press a little bit
you
more.
knew either Mark or David was a Spinal Tap fan because everybody says
Really?
that nowadays.
You're welcome.
I ordered that Music Outlet. They didn't have any copies to sell. I went to Newberry Comics and I had texted Ben if he was interested in having a copy. I would have picked you up.
I know. Thank you.
That was so lovely.
They had
He's so lovely.
they had like 15, 20 of them.
So
So Newberry Comics
I
had
didn't know
a
they looked
stack
that
of
good though.
Where'd you
Yeah.
go to Newberry Comics in NoHo?
Manchester.
There's a Newberry Comics in Manchester.
Manchester Mall, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Road trip.
Miriam, I go to your neck of the woods. I go to Northampton. To go
Oh,
there.
But there's a Newberry Comics in Northampton.
Is that PB wine, Jen?
Go, Jen.
Yes, it is. Wait, hold on. I got to show Amanda because Amanda wasn't here at the start. Look, Baby Bear. So Amanda,
really
you know what to do. Tag Kyle, man.
So whoever's listening to
Yes.
this podcast, just go to the
Just
video.
tag Kyle in it. Just say, hey.
If you
we're
really,
cheers.
really want to see what's going on, just watch the video on Twitter.
That's right.
And if you're, retweet this right now, folks.
Yes, retweet.
This is
share,
our live
share,
show.
share.
Everything's just crazy. Just retweet, share, get this going, share it to Kyle. But anyway, they're amazing. They sound great. I have the CDs like you, Ben.
Yeah.
But I have the original soundtrack on vinyl. So now I have them all on vinyl.
Yeah, see?
But of course, I had to listen to them all this weekend.
Yeah.
It was great. I mean, it kind of makes me miss. I kind of wish Twin Peaks was coming back in May.
I know.
I know.
I kind of want to
know.
watch Twin Peaks every Sunday, The Return.
Right.
Wouldn't that be
Yeah.
fun?
It would.
think-
Well, stay tuned to 25 Years Later site. We're working on something. Lindsay and I are cooking. Well, Lindsay,
I didn't ruin
me,
anything.
John Bernardi. No, you didn't
Oh,
ruin it.
okay.
I'm just mentioning it a little bit earlier. We're cooking something up.
That's awesome.
We're cooking
That's
something up,
awesome.
so we'll see what happens.
I might join you on that.
Yes, I think you're going to join us
I'm
because I'm
very-
going to ask you for some favors.
I'm excited. Uh-oh. I got myself.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. He's doing it. All right, so let's go. Ready? We're going to do number 2.
We're doing our top 2. If
Sorry.
you're just joining us on the Twin Peaks on the Twitter live feed, we're counting down our top 3 songs from The Return. We're now doing our top 2. We're going to do number 1 later on.
2.
Right now, 2. This time, we're going to start with JC.
Ooh, okay.
I switch up the
2
thing every time.
And Twin Peaks Scotia, if you're still listening, this is 2. I picked Exotl by the Veils. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yes.
Yeah, Exotl. Axolotl.
Ixalata.
Axolotl.
Axolata.
Yes,
I'll have
the Veils.
Axolata.
This
it's
song,
like a Mexican dish.
This song, when it started with the
Yeah.
best song, like I listen to this in my car because I have the soundtrack on my phone like every day. I love this song. There's something about this song that is just so like, I don't know. I just love it. Like in my head, I'm choreographing dances and like shows and it's just awesome.
Yeah.
It's a great, great song. But what I love about it is it kind of fits in the whole Twin Peaks melange, if you will, because Lindsay, one time we were having a conversation in our 25 Years Later, one of the groups, and we were talking about it because it's about, Axolotl isn't an amphibian. It's a Mexican salamander.
Wow, it was close.
And there's...
That's a Mexican dish.
It's a Mexican salamander. And anybody out there, help me out. There's somebody who wrote something about how this guy goes and sees it in a museum. It's a famous story. Think about the 4 versions of Coop. Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Think about with the lyrics, because it talks about how he changes and everything else. But the story, and I wish Lindsay was on because she would tell me what it was. But there's a book, and it talks about how the guy thinks he's the salmon, and then he ends up becoming it. Ooh. So that's why it fits in perfectly with the whole...
And our listeners, you're talking about Cooper here, right? You're talking about...
No. I'm talking about an actual story. There's a book of a guy in a museum that sees the little amphibian thing, and then he becomes it. And she's going to kill me that I can't remember. But
Is Lindsay on Twitter?
No, probably not right now.
Oh, come on, Lindsay. Get with it.
Well, she's got to rest. She's got to rest.
And one person says they think of the 4 versions of Cooper.
Yeah, it is. I'm as giddy as a Gideon. Yeah. I wonder what I got to remember what I don't remember. But anyways, it's a book. If you type in Exotl and then you type in story, it will come up with this short story from a very famous author that I forgot at the moment.
Yeah, that's
and
awesome.
I'm going to blame the wine.
I didn't know that, so now I really want to look into that.
Yeah, please do. I apologize. I should have been more prepared.
Now to bring up a part that we brought this up. I think that's the song with what's her name walking.
Yeah, that's Charlene Yee's walking on the floor, and then he
and that
sticks in the thing.
parallels with Cooper Dougie walking to stick his fork in the thing. And
Dougie Coop.
I do believe the Roadhouse is some sort of different world, different parallel universe.
On the chat of Colt who turned
What
me
are you gonna say
The
about
only
it?
thing that throws me off about this song, I do really like this song, but
Hi,
there's one
Laura.
thing that I don't know why it drives me crazy.
What?
It's like that Pac-Man sound. Pork chop. Like
Wait, how'd it go? Cock chop?
It's just like a dot sound, or like dot. And so I'm like really enjoying it. It's like, oh, this sounds really good. Dot. I don't know. It's like, to me, it's like Pac-Man.
I love it. No, it's great. I know what you're saying. That wait.
I like that pop chop.
Yeah, pop
Chop. Ben's
Pac-Man.
drunk. He's done. He's done. He can't drive.
That's everything. It's like, oh,
No, I know what you mean.
enjoying it.
No, I
It's
know.
like this dot noise. I can't. What would you say?
It's
a bing. Or,
Because they're using like a keyboard.
where it goes dun dun dun, and it's in between that.
Yes.
That chop. I know what you're talking about. It's at the end. Yes, now I know what you're talking about.
It's like, I'm really enjoying it until I get to that, and it throws me off. It's like, oh, but it's good.
Someone said it's Mario throwing a fireball.
Thank you.
Yes, that's exactly.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
You're
Absolutely.
Yeah. I like that.
You're right.
Thank you.
Mario.
Thank you, Amanda. It's Julio Cortázar. That's the name of the author of the short story. Thank you.
So everybody Google that.
You're my backup. Thank you.
Yeah, and keep sharing and retweeting this video. We can get more. Give us the hearts if you're liking the show. We want to see hearts.
Hearts.
Lots of hearts.
Okay, what do we? Oh, Ben.
Am I next?
No, Brian's next.
me.
Brian's next.
I'm
sorry.
The same order.
I want to mix it up.
He's mixing it up.
You know why? Because I knew we were drinking wine. It just really mixed it. It's kind of like an experiment I was playing with us.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry.
All right.
Brian.
So my number 2, American Woman by the Muddy Magnolias, remixed by David Lynch.
Yes.
And when I watch TV with the closed captioning on because I don't know why, I'm hard of hearing. I like to hear things and sometimes I miss it.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden it says American Woman by David Lynch on the closed captioning. And I was like, what? Well, it said the whole thing. You know?
Right,
And I'm like,
right.
what? And it's all slowed down. And I'm like, what? And it was so good, though. It
Sorry,
sounds
that's it.
so
No,
good.
it does. You know what? Because it sets up that scene absolutely perfectly. You know what's funny? Even before I saw that it was him, I knew that it was Bad Cooper driving down that road and going to where he was going because of that music. And you just knew it was some bad ASS. Can I say that? Can I say it on Twitter? Badass
It's
Cooper.
the internet. You can say whatever you want.
Mr. C.
That song set up the mood. You're absolutely right. That's why I loved it. And when I did my show with Scott Ryan about music, I say I drive around blaring that song, and he thinks, well, I already is psychotic, or you're trying to kill people?
No, because Diane gets her strength from that song when she goes up to Gordon.
Yeah.
So you can't say that. It's a song that kind of instills this very, okay, I'm going to walk into this room and I'm going to be badass.
Hey,
I'm
question.
True.
I just thought of this.
Sorry.
Talking about parallel worlds.
Yeah.
With Diane getting her strength and you hear that music, American Woman, and we see the American Woman, do you think those two scenes are parallel somehow?
She's got the same haircut. Did anybody ever notice that?
Nadu is Diane.
Yeah.
Right, but you're saying that the Tulpa Diane is American Girl?
Yes.
Well, they have the same. Think about it. Phoebe has the same haircut. When you look, it's the bangs and the bob. Yeah. But it's just, okay, so you got Diane with the red hair, and then you got Diane with the blonde hair, and Phoebe sort of kind of has a darker brown hair, so why not?
I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know.
It's just interesting.
Maybe that was the real Diane who was still trapped.
Yes.
Could be.
Yeah, because the Tulpa is out, and the real person would be in there, trapped.
I'm saying, because I'm like looking at here and then I can't read it, but I could read it from there. Diane is Linda.
Yeah, we know Diane.
Yes.
Diane's
Twitter is asking if this is fake news. No, Twitter, it is not fake news.
No,
fake news.
You can. This
should
is
be
not
like
fake
automatic.
News.
No, I know.
All right, Ben. What is your number 3?
My number 3 is Wild West by Leslie.
Yes.
Lissy.
Very good.
Lissy, thank
Lissy,
you.
yeah,
not
it's all right.
Lissy.
This
was
amazing.
not written for the show. This was a song that was already...
She already had it, but they remixed. It's a remix, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
So Gene Hurley mentioned again on KEXP that Leslie was definitely one of the acts that David wanted involved from the beginning. He's been a big fan of hers for years, basically. And I think... David Lynch doesn't go to many concerts, but I think he actually went to years ago. He went to one of her concerts.
Yes, this is number 2.
Her performance because he wanted to see it live and stuff. So
That's awesome.
Yeah. What else do I want to say about this?
Wild West.
So for me, the whole song is Wild West. To me, is like the idea of it's a place where the rules don't apply. It's like Wild West. To me, that's what Twin Peaks is. It's like you don't know what's going to happen next. And it was a fun song. And I guess I'd rather.
It's a great song.
It's a great song, but I took it completely different.
Really?
Because it's. I wish I could remember the lyrics totally now. See, I shouldn't have drank so much wine. No, I'm just kidding.
You can bring them up.
No, can you? Because it's da, 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 da.
I'll bring it up.
The lyrics in my notes here, but I feel like I had so much notes that to try to put lyrics in here as well would be too much.
From my home.
While we're waiting for the lyrics, she's also covered Lady Gaga. She's covered Metallica. I think it's so.
Here
cool.
you go. I got the lyrics.
There's safety in everything else, but I'm going right in the okay. All that you lost, you get back. All that you want, you can have. And if you think about it, no, because Cooper comes out and all he lost, he can't get it back. He can't go home. But I've been living my life on the edge, slip and fall if I take one more step. He has safety in numbers, but he really doesn't have. I'm going rogue. He went rogue. I mean, when he was in there, so that's how go down. It's the chorus.
Song.
There it is. I've been dancing in the moonlight. I've been laughing with this firelight. Living. I've been given. I've been living with the firelight. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'm just saying. It's just
Guys,
it reminds me of.
I'm gonna blow both your minds.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
This song to me, it's Laura Palmer. This song's about Carrie Page.
Interesting.
I see this as Carrie Page
Because she's in Texas.
Well, she is in Odessa.
Odessa. Yeah, no, Odessa.
I think it's about Annie. I'm fine.
I'm fine. There you go.
Mind blown.
No, there you go. So it's everybody's interpretation, which is why Lynch does this, people.
Yes.
He picks music.
I always thought it was like this Laura Palmer or her kind of song. I never
is definitely her
associated
kind of
with
song.
Cooper, which is
See,
weird.
I did. I associated with Cooper because he's going rogue.
I didn't associate it with anybody, but I just felt like.
But I like it. But I like it.
Yeah,
No,
it was
yeah,
just
you're
a
right.
fun song.
It is.
And I felt like, boy, who knows what's going to happen on Twin Peaks next
Thank you
week.
for showing me that as I hummed along to try to get to that lyric. All right, now it's you. The big news.
Is it me? Is it me? I guess it is
Number
me.
7, yeah.
Yeah, number 7, Ben.
So, Festival of Disruption.
Yes.
I don't know if we talked about it on the show.
We did
but
because we wanted to all go, and
we
I'm not
wanted to
going
go.
now.
Oh, we couldn't go.
Unless I win Omaze, so Omaze. You know, I'm not saying to fix it at all, but try to fix it so I can win.
You got to fix it.
No, I'm putting it out in the universe. If I put it out in the universe, it will happen. So there it goes.
We hope she wins.
Yes,
JC
yes,
will win.
yes,
JC
I will win. Yeah.
You have to do this,
Well,
too.
you know,
Yes, this-
with our family lives and our work lives, it wouldn't work with our schedules because you've got commitments that whole weekend.
I know.
But
Thanks to you,
No, it's
Christmas came early for me.
Yes.
So I mean, we did it way too late, weeks after things were selling out, and then like for work, I got some kind of award where they give money with the award.
Well, that was very nice.
was
So
very
pat on the
nice.
back for
I
Ben.
know,
Congratulations.
I know.
Yes.
So I get this money, and it's like, well, I've just got this money here.
Yeah.
that we could just use it for Festival of Disruption. So
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
we are going.
We are going.
We're going big, and maybe
And I
something
think
can
you
You
happen.
get to
Ben.
go to the entry to the private David Lynch hosted event on Friday, May 18th.
I know.
Yes.
So tell me how these private events are like, and what we should wear, and how we should act, and if we rub shoulders with David Lynch, how should we
What-
handle
is
So
it?
there-
there's probably going to be a
should
lot of
ask.
people. There's going to be a lot of people you're going to rub shoulders with there. I bet you Naomi's going to be there.
Kyle MacLachlan
I bet
will
you
be there.
Kyle will be there. Well, maybe I don't know because Kyle's doing coffee and he may be. Who knows? So, but maybe he'll be there. We
There's
won't know.
a few people that
Yeah.
are associated related to Showtime and Twin Peaks.
Meditation. Sabrina
I don't know,
probably.
people or I don't know.
Meditation Bob maybe.
You don't want to
Meditation
name?
Bob.
We're name dropping. We're dropping
We're
names.
dropping names.
We're dropping names.
You do know who Meditation Bob is, correct?
I do.
Okay.
I still haven't got. You got the book.
Yeah, I have the book. I've
haven't
been
gotten the book yet.
starting to read a little bit in the book and
The
yes.
TM book?
The TM book, yes.
Ooh.
Strength and Stillness. Go get it. It's a good book.
I should get into that.
And it
So-
does give back to the David Lynch Foundation. So just so you know.
Very cool.
So for us,
Yes.
we're going that Friday night to the private event, and then we're going
Yeah.
to go Saturday, and we do have our family commitments and work commitments on
On
Sunday.
Sunday.
So there you go. So you're going Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And, well, I'm sorry, but I'll wait.
No, go.
And Friday night, finally, I will get to witness the full Francine Twin Peaks
Yes.
burlesque show. I got
At
it
Joe's Pubs, right?
at Joe's Pub.
Yeah.
Ben and myself are
Big room.
going. And hopefully I will make it. I'm sure I'll be on a high from what we just did.
Yeah.
We've got some Twin
absolutely.
Peaks friends that are going to be
Yeah.
showing up,
That's
too.
awesome. Oh, I would love to go see her show. Francine just followed me back. I was like, yay! Hi, Francine.
She's fantastic.
Yeah, she is. She's great.
Retweet this Francine. Hi,
Yes. Come on.
Francine.
Hi, guys.
So, I mean, they still haven't put out the full schedule. I mean, they've said some of the bands which nights they're doing, but I know
Yeah.
they're supposed to be showing David Lynch shorts and he's supposed to be talking.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Saturday or Sunday. And then there's the Blue Velvet.
Well, doesn't it say?
It doesn't. It still. They still haven't actually said the daytime stuff. They've mentioned the nighttime event stuff.
Oh, and they mentioned
Right.
Sunday night stuff. Okay.
So we're gonna have a full 2 days, and then Sunday I'm gonna be dragging my butt to work for a couple hours. It'll be
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
They
It's well
look
worth it.
at Nancy Wang of LCD Sound System. I love LCD Sound System, and Rebecca Del Rio's on Sunday too.
I know.
Everybody's all good on Sunday.
So what is it? Amaze, right? That they.
Yes.
Yeah, Omaze is doing a contest. This is for you guys too. Omaze is doing a contest, and if you go to omaze.com, you can have coffee with Kyle and with David, and then you win tickets to Festival of Disruption. And you get to stay. They fly you, and you get to stay over. So see, they get to save money because I can take the train. Just saying, But that shouldn't be a Guam. I mean, you're going to pick me out of a hat. No, when I'm joking, like if I truly win this, and I'm saying this here right now
You
live,
heard it here
if I
first.
truly win this, it is like the most miracle of all miracles because so many people have probably entered all over the world, and I only entered 1,300 times. So it's like I have a 1,300 chance out of millions of people.
Did you
So
do the extra spins?
I did do the extra spins. They got me with those extra spins.
Extra spins.
So
Oh,
yes.
God.
So that's exciting. So it's
Yeah.
the 18th it begins. May 18th.
I know.
May 18th,
It's
yep.
very exciting.
Yeah.
It's very exciting.
Yeah, so
Yes,
I cross my fingers. This is a once in a lifetime chance. I think
Yes.
maybe to get to meet David Lynch. I do feel like maybe Kyle will be there. Since
I do. I think
Yeah,
Kyle will
yeah.
be there probably. Since
What are we
he's
gonna
doing
wear?
it.
We're gonna wear what we're wearing here.
You can. You could be chill. You could
I was
button
saying-
down a little
I gotta figure out
jeans.
something a little nicer.
Friday, I'm thinking
Friday, yes.
dark jeans, a button-down shirt,
Yes.
nice shoes.
You're right on the
fine.
money. I think
'Cause
so.
It's
Thank you.
casual. It's casual. Like you don't want to look like a slob.
It's a
but you don't
cocktail
wanna be
party, but
wearing-
it's a cocktail party
should
in the
wear
city, so there's probably going to be.
Yeah.
a tux. I should.
Oh yeah, you'll really stick out for that.
Then you show. I'm here.
You're gonna take
I'm
me,
here
right,
to
Jen?
meet David Lynch.
Yes, you have to come
If I
up.
wore a tux, I bet you people would talk to me.
Or ask you for their orders.
That's true.
They can be like, "Sir, I need some more wine."
Sir, can I wine?
But then you can get behind. You get in the kitchen, and you can get right to the table. Like,
right.
What would you like?
Yes.
Exactly.
That's all I have to say about that.
All right, so festival
I mean, hopefully
disruption,
we can,
but go. There's still those tickets. Oh, and there's still Sunday night tickets.
There's Sunday and there's the big ticket there that we got.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Does it say Eagle Scout look? I don't know. I'm trying to read as we're going along. It's
So, yeah,
hard,
I
it's
know
hard to
there's gonna
read
be a
when it
couple
goes.
People, Francine will be there. I'm looking forward to hang out with a couple people, and
Yeah, I'm sure
hopefully we'll
Peter
have some
Dom.
coverage when we get back.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have a show on it.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do a show. On the road show.
I'm saying. All right, so the next topic is my topic.
Yes, JC, this is
Yes,
the big one.
we're going to touch on this. I'm going to put it out to you people that are out there live. And then I'm going to write something about it for 25 Years Later site. But I wanted to kind of put it out there as an idea that I was thinking about in my head that just came to me the other day. So those of you that read my stuff on the site, you guys
Yes,
included,
yes,
I've
yes.
done a 3-part reincarnation and the return about Laura and Cooper and what I thought about, Tibetan mysticism and reincarnation and that sort of thing. So, okay. A lot of people are saying Monica Bellucci dream. Gordon sees half of Kyle, half of Cooper.
Yes.
And, who is the dreamer?
Uh-huh.
And we never find out. But I'm going to delve. This is going to be my big theory, like John Bernardi piece. So I'm probably you're going to not hear from me for months after because I'm going to be writing this. My dream theory that I came up with is Cooper dreamt up the entirety of Twin Peaks as a way to escape the pain and trauma of Caroline's death because that was his true love, thus creating Laura and her story as a way to try and constantly save her the way he couldn't save Carolyn. And in process, destroying himself in the infinity loop, which is why he has everybody fill up and showing the infinity loop with the owl cave symbol and whatnot. Cooper is indeed the ultimate dreamer, and everything is created because of he. So Laura is a creation of Cooper's dream.
So
now she could have been a live person at one time, but I'm saying now this is what he thinks, and that's why
season 1,
that's
2, 3?
yeah.
And return.
Yes.
Yeah.
What it would be is he was predestined to go there because it's his dream. So this is all him going, and that's why he's so kind of Douglas firs, coffee, donuts. It was how he was when he was alive, but it's so they all live in a dream. Yes, they all live in a dream.
In Cooper's dream.
In Cooper's dream.
So all these people could have been real.
They could have been real, but at one time, and maybe not even people that were in Twin Peaks, but because he was looking for this perfect, what he thought, because he wanted to settle there. Remember, he was looking for dog. What was it? The dog. Judy
Death
is
Dog?
the trauma.
Is it
Could
Death
be.
Dog?
Yeah, no, Dead Dog
Dog.
Farm. Dead Dog
Dog
Farm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he wanted to settle there. Remember, so it's kind of
Yeah.
like because a big one for me was when I was rewatching season 2 opener when he's laying on the floor after he gets shot. Isn't the Laura dream also likely? It could be, and I thought about that. I thought that Laura created all this too, but it made more sense to me with other things, especially within the return, that Cooper was the one dreaming. But you could be right. This is why I'm doing this here. I want some feedback.
What if it's Laura and Cooper's dream at the same time? And
It could
they
be.
somehow.
That's why there's so many.
collided.
It could be. There's also a thought that I have that Cooper and Laura are each other's guardian angels. And that's why he's standing with her at the end of Fire Walk With Me, and that's why she's at the end with him in the Red Room at the end of
Yeah.
the return.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, I like that too.
So
That's funny. I never even thought about that. Really, right? So Firewalk with Me.
he's standing. Yeah, he's standing there. And then she's at the end in the credits. Yeah, she's whispering in his ear. And my whole thing with him at the credits is that you are the dream. Who is the dreamer? You're the dreamer that dreams. So here, go down. I want to see what people are saying.
Hey, here's a thought.
Judy's dream.
You could have something going here because when you are dreaming, you don't really remember faces and you don't remember detail. You remember other people. You don't remember yourself.
Right.
And when Cole has the dream, we see Cole. We see Belushi. Belushi. And
I know what you meant. It's all right. Belushi. It's all good.
Sorry. We don't see Dale, Jim Belushi.
No, we don't see. We only see part of Dale.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Because he could be the dreamer. Because when I'm having a dream or you're having a dream, you don't see your face.
No, you don't. Because it's coming from first person.
Your
Yes.
view. You never. Generally, you don't. Well, maybe people do dream that way. Do you ever dream where you actually see you?
Yeah. Well, I've seen me in a corner, but that's like doppelganger stuff. After I watched Twin Peaks. But here's where I was kind of like watching this, going, why would this happen? So when he's lying on the floor, and then the glass of warm milk arrives, and then the whole slow thing, and then the next night or after he's in bed, and the giant arrives, and the giant takes the ball of energy from the wall and throws it, and it hits Cooper. People say that it doesn't. I think it does. So
Yes.
it's part of that made me feel like, okay, that's the dream. You know what I mean? It's as Coop says, no one knows where they come from.
So Coop
Dreams.
James playing Just You. Actually, that's Cooper's biggest hit. You just don't know it.
It was on the album Dale and the Dianes. Or no, what did I say? Diane and the Damn Fines. That was my band name for Cooper. The Diane and the Damn Fines. I thought that was pretty
That's
good.
awesome. I like
Yes,
that.
Cooper dreams James playing Just You.
Oh, man.
Because he has a thing for the, 50s sound.
Oh my God, you're right. He's got this
He does that vibe, right?
This innocent time.
Drinking cherry Cokes for all my cherry Coke, aversion people out there. Because Maddie doesn't drink her cherry Coke, so Ivan, which is one of our new part-time writers, has this whole thing about, it bothers me that she didn't drink the damn cherry Coke that he bought for her.
Man.
Yeah.
The
Hey, Blue
cherry
Rose
Coke.
joined us. Or no, that's not the Blue Rose. That's a Blue Rose. I thought it was Blue
Blue
Rose.
Rose.
Magazine.
I
So
like
yes,
this
that's
theory,
the end of
though.
my wine, and that's the end of my theory. So
I like
yes,
that
stay
theory.
tuned. I'm gonna delve. Remember, everybody, theories are, everybody can come up with a theory, and that's what Lynch loves. He loves that everybody comes up with a part of how it affects them. And right now, for me, dreams are a huge thing. So it's kind of like it's in me to write it.
I'm just gonna end your theory real
I
quick.
love
With
Go
this.
ahead. No, please go.
Does people normally tuck in sweaters? Because Justice Wheeler, that sweater that he got from his mom or from his house, it's tucked in, and his pants are up to his almost
Dougie, a
his
stunted dream
over his
character,
stomach,
or
and I was
not
like,
fully formed.
Did people tuck in sweaters back then? Because I don't remember that being a thing.
I don't either, but
So maybe
but then
this
again,
was-
people French cuff their pants, so who knows?
So maybe this was
Going with
Cooper's
David
dream.
Lynch himself as a dreamer. That's a good one. I also my biggest thing is that we are all the dreamers. That's
Yeah.
why we can come up with these theories. That's why David created this world for us.
I always felt like it was a call to us
Yeah,
a little bit.
I
but
do.
But the Cooper
King Tuck.
Yeah, with Cooper not seeing his face, that made me believe.
That that Cooper's the dreamer.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go from the beginning, and here's the other reason why I go with my dream theory with Cooper. Okay, guys, remember the episode? It's the Tibet. I call it the Tibet episode where he throws the rocks.
Yep.
And at the end of it, Harry calls him over, and it's just the two of them in a very short frame, and he says, "Did you really get this idea from a dream?" Yes, I did. Right there, I'm like, ooh, like it's just more and more and more, and I don't know. It's just, to me, it's
I think you should run with this, and I'll even give you more to run with.
Yes, hold on.
Final Walk with Me.
Tulpas.
Cooper goes up to Cole's desk and is like, I gotta tell you about this
Dream I had.
And not only that, he continues it with Albert, and Albert's like, Albert, let's talk more about this. Well, she's a high school student and she's on drugs. Like,
And that's
"You're
right.
talking about
Half of the high school population, and she's blonde.
But
Yeah.
he's still
Yes.
talking about this dreamy. And it seems like he's talking about Laura Palmer.
He is,
so
yeah.
Could he be create? So I
That's
want you
what
to
I'm
use that.
saying.
Use it for your
Yeah.
I always thought that scene was weird, though. It is weird that all of a sudden he has this dream, and
But then remember, and somebody said it, Philip says it, we live inside the dream. When Lynch talks about cinema as an immersive experience, it's like he wants us to fall into a dream. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Read his book, Catching the Big Fish?
Catching the Big
Catching the
Fish.
Big Fish. A lot of it reveals itself within that book.
And what's
Absolutely.
The audio? I mean, he's done an
Creator
audio.
puts himself in the creation. Look at there you go. The full passage he quoted. Yeah.
And I think it's
Yeah.
on Audible now.
He reads it
so-
himself?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's only 2 hours.
Yes, it is. It's only 2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's
I gotta
it's a
dig
short
in.
read. It's a good read. I like that. The full passage he quoted states the creator puts himself in the creation. Absolutely. Very nice.
And yeah.
Think part 18 is Coop following the number of completion plan to the end, but it fails. Oh, absolutely. I absolutely. If you
Yeah.
remember when he's in part 17, the clock does not tick 253.
Yeah,
it goes
it
from
goes-
252 to 253, 252
Yeah.
to 253. He never reaches completion.
It's almost
As much as
moving-
people want to have that be a happy ending, it could be whatever you want it to be. I'm not telling you you're wrong. I'm saying for me,
She's telling you you're
it's
wrong.
she's no. I'm saying no. I'm not saying you're wrong. For me, he goes back to the beginning. It's the infinity loop, and the reason they show him that is because he's always going to go back to the red room.
Yeah, that's true.
Dream logic. Yep.
That clock hand reminded me of David Lynch's hand when he talks. It's
Yes.
like this. That's what he's like talking. I got an idea. I got an idea.
I do that all the time. Like I'll be like doing something when I'm writing, and I'm like at my desk as I'm typing, and then I'll just do this, and I'm like, okay, David Lynch does this, and he's pretty brilliant, so I'm okay with this. All right, so where are we going now? Sorry,
All right.
we got to stay on topic. Sorry, guys, I'm gonna go off. You read.
No,
We can talk about the 2018 Rittenhouse Twin Peaks trading cards.
Yes.
They're coming out in June 27th.
I know.
I have like just a lot of like facts just like to read off.
Well, we did.
Yeah.
Before you get into the facts,
Yeah.
we ordered them from a local comic book shop, Matt's in Enfield, and I ordered them going, wow, $100 for a box, and then we got the binder, and the binder, for people who don't know, the binder's going to come with something special. So we get the binder. I didn't know this thing
Another
exists.
card, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't put that in my notes, but yeah, it comes with
Yeah.
the card.
It comes with the card.
And I
Yeah.
texted Ben and said, hey, I
think
went
that-
for the
you know what it is?
binder. And
It's
Ben
a-
goes, I
it's
wanted
a-
the binder. I'm like,
It's a
good.
preview card or something
Yeah,
like that, but
yeah.
it's still kind of cool.
It's
Yeah.
It's a card.
Yeah.
A card is a card.
So Ben was happy because I made the right choice. Because part of me was like, a binder? What do I need a binder for? I'm
Yeah.
like, I have binders.
But it has Twin Peaks on the cover.
That's what Matt told me. He goes, it's going to come with something, so maybe you want to get it. And I'm like, all right. So what are the facts about these cards?
Well, first I would say that this is actually the third set of cards that have ever come out for Twin Peaks. So many people know about the 1991 Star Picks cards that I got back in the day. There were 76 cards. And I guess, I got them when they first came out, but I guess later on when they released them, they had autograph.
Oh.
Yeah, autograph, yeah, and some of them.
were autographed.
Yeah.
I never got those. Then, when the Twin Peaks Gold Box DVD set came out, they had put 12 cards in. The first release got 12 of these greeting cards, greetings from Twin Peaks. There were 12 of
that's
them,
right.
but the thing is, if you wanted a set, there were 61 cards. So, do you just buy the Twin Peaks box set over
61
and over
times?
Again? Yeah.
Wow.
There were
12 at a
There were
time. It's 61 cards.
total.
Oh, my God.
So you had to like share with friends. Like you had to have a friend buy the DVD and give it to somebody,
Yeah.
and then say, "Here, you could have my cards."
Oh, my God.
So let's talk about these new cards. These are going to cost us a lot of money, I think.
Yeah.
The card per pack there's 5 cards per pack. There are 24 packs in a box.
And we ordered a box.
If you pay for a box retail, you can get it cheaper at some places,
Yeah,
but retail price is $100 for
Yeah.
a box.
For a box of
Yeah.
for how many?
So if
You get 24
if
Oh,
packs.
24
So you get
packs in one
100
box. Oh, you got 100 cards in a
So you're
box.
really paying like $1 a card.
$1 card.
That's
Yeah.
actually a pretty good deal.
Is it?
Check it out. Yeah.
Well, because there's autographs in there, and that's why they said the
Yes,
price
there
is
will
so
be
high.
there will be 2 autograph cards per box.
Like actual autographs or copies of autographs.
No, they're like official autographs.
I mean,
I think they really are autographs.
Yeah, they're real. I think they're real autographs, but of course, you make copies of them. So I mean,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I
It's
mean.
not-
Are they?
That's
yeah.
a good question because I don't know.
There's no way that Comic Con is like, oh, we've got 1,000 of these you want you to sign or something.
I
like
don't
that.
know. I don't know how it works.
I don't know how it works either. So
We should find out.
Welcome Istanbul.
Anybody
Very nice.
know?
Thank you.
if you want to get a case of these, they would be 12 boxes in a case.
So 12. So
I don't
I'm going to do the math real
Oh,
quick.
no.
12. So it's $100 a box and 12 boxes in a case. So it's going to be $1,200.
$100.
Right?
Yeah.
Somebody quiz me on that. Did I
you're
do
right.
that?
You
Oh,
got it.
that's too much.
So for the base set, which is the original 30 episodes of Twin Peaks, there's 90 cards, and there'll be like 3 cards per episode.
Okay.
okay.
And they come with photos and plot synopsis and things like that. Bonus sets include, what is this? This is 90 retro parallel base cards. I don't even know what that is.
Because they're going to do the retro cards. They're going to do the old characters or old kind of cards.
Well, the chances of this happening is 1 in 12 packs will have these retro.
Oh my God.
What orbital song? Sorry, I'm reading as we're going along.
There'll be 54-24 season 3 cards. So again, they'll have 3 cards for every 18 for all 18 parts.
Yeah.
Okay.
But again, for this one is like in every 8 packs you might get one of these cards.
I'm sorry. Right now you're saying this, and I'm like trying to listen, and I feel like what is it? Austin Powers goes. My eyes have gone cross. Like it's like
yeah.
So there's 54 Twin Peaks season 3, 3 cards for each of the 18 parts of season 3. Okay,
right.
so
the chance of you getting one of these
is
cards,
1 in 8 packs.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. All right, and so 42 character cards, but the chance of you getting one is 1 in 12 packs.
Yeah.
This is called money grab. This is
15
money.
quotable cards, meaning there's quotes just on cards.
Well,
right?
No,
is that what it means?
It's Andy. It's a picture of Andy with a thought bubble with a quote.
Yeah.
And then, 2, It's Happening Again poster cards, which you got from Blue Rose Magazine was the thing. I have those.
Yeah.
And then, the release date is June 27th.
But yeah, so some of these odds is like, I love collecting and I want to get them all, but it'd be too expensive. And I guess you're just going to have to go to eBay to get some.
No, because eBay would be too expensive.
We have an idea.
What's your idea?
Dino and Chris and everybody on Twitter, we all been talking. We're going to start a community of collectors. You get duplicates. We're somehow going to go meet at the Roadhouse.
In Washington State?
Yes. And we're all going to bring our cards and have a card party.
Not true.
And we're going to have I'm drunk. We're going to have a card party. We're going to switch cards. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think that's what we're going to do, though. I think there's going to be a community that's going to get together online and figure out a way to trade cards.
I hope we could figure out a way.
Because there's no way I'm going to be buying another box. I will be happy for what I get. I will just take it in and be happy. And hey, you get doubles, I get doubles, we can trade.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
So there's all these other incentives if you get so many cards, but it's so expensive. I don't even want to get into it. It's like if you get 6 cases, you can.
This is what card companies do. They want you to keep buying packs. They don't want you to buy 10 packs and have it all. They want you to keep coming back. And it's weird. When I was a kid, I collected the Batman series cards, the Terminator 2 series cards, and I'd make the puzzles in the back, and the Star Wars cards.
I did the Star Wars cards.
I have the Star Wars, Alf.
I had Star Wars cards. I also had hockey cards. So sorry, I had lots of hockey cards because I had Whalers cards.
Yeah, I have a whole box of Whalers cards.
Yeah, I still do too.
And back in the day, they had gum with it.
Yes, I remember that.
It was hard as a rock. It tasted awful.
But it was.
I'd feed it to my brother. Enjoy. But anyway. It's weird. I go to the comic book shop. They have cards on everything you can think of.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones. Like, any popular show has cards. And I'm like, cards are still a thing?
Yeah, I guess they are.
They're still a thing.
For collectors, they are.
They are. And I guess we're going to be in the card collecting business for a little bit. So that's kind of exciting.
June. Maybe we'll visit that again in June.
Okay.
Well, if we get the cards on time, I don't want to make promises. When we do our next live show, we're going to open up.
Next one.
No, not next one. June one. The June show.
We will open the box of cards live. We'll do an unboxing. That'll be big.
Yes.
That'll be big.
Yeah. People love unboxing. Like, I think a lot of people watch us, like, unboxing the Twin Peaks cards. People are going to be all over that.
I literally buy a Jeffrey's teapot for $1. Sorry. I'm just reading everybody's.
Yeah, any good comments on there, JC? Anything?
Yeah, well, it said, if Showtime wants to make money, make a Jeffrey's teapot. That was one of the comments.
That would be fun.
Oh,
or a percolator. Well, it actually looks like a percolator to me instead of a teapot.
Is it
old-fashioned teapot or
a neti pot.
It could, well, sort of like a a taller neti pot. Yes,
it should be like coffee or something like that. But you should push a button. It's like it's slippery in here.
I love it.
Oh yeah, make a
unboxing on Family of
that'd
Dorks.
be
I love
awesome.
it. No, you're not a dork. Pokemon is cool.
That would be. No, they should make a French press. That would be amazing. I would buy
cool.
that.
That would be cool. And then it goes, it's slippery in here.
Yeah,
as you press down on the French press.
Oh my God, it'd be so good.
See, make it. Somebody make money, and then give us some royalties. Okay, so we're at number 1, aren't we?
Yes, we are now. If everybody just is joining us on Twitter Live, please retweet this. We're almost done, but we got a little bit more left to talk about. We are doing our top 3 Twin Peaks: The Return songs. We're now at number one.
Number one.
And because I was trying to really experiment and get us all messed up because of the wine, I start first in this rotation. My number one is No Stars by Rebecca Del Rio. And this song was so good.
It's a good song.
My jaw hit the ground when I heard this song. It was just so...
It's probably my top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Good.
It's in my top 10. I don't know about my top 5, but it's in my top 10. Number
blew
one,
me
Chromatic
away when I
Shadow.
heard it.
Perfect evocative end in my 20-year wait.
We
Yeah.
talked to Jeff Neff.
John Neff.
Jeff
Neff.
Give me your keys,
John
Ben.
Neff. Sorry, John. John Neff talked about that whole experience of working with David Lynch and working with
Rebecca on Mulholland Drive, right?
Yeah.
Colorado.
But he talked about like she kind of run in the Spanish version of it, and they just a collaboration. It was kind of cool to be able to talk with the same week that it came out.
Yes, and it was John Neff on guitar, not Moby. Moby was only there because Moby is a huge fan of David Lynch.
Yes, he is.
It was cool. A lot of people were dissing Moby. I'm like, it was cool to see Moby be involved.
Yeah.
It would have been cool to see John Neff up there. Because we would have been like, we know him. We talked to him a lot. He's
John's
really
the
nice.
same. Yes, he is.
He's a great guy. That is mine. Next is Ben.
So
Somebody agrees with you.
I know that. I think I saw that. Yes, you are absolutely right. AJLC 1985. The Chromatics Shadow is my number one choice.
Yes.
And that was it wasn't the first episode, but it was the second part, at the end of the second part that we got to hear this. But
right.
It was so mysterious.
Now that's the lyrics,
eerie.
too.
Yeah.
And you want to listen to the lyrics.
And to me, there was an element of Julie Cruz. It was just that beautiful heavenly feet. So I just love that, and it's still...
Yeah.
Every time I hear it, I just think about my first seeing Showtime's Twin Peaks and like how special that was. And
Internet blew up because of that song.
Oh,
afterwards.
absolutely. But if you take the lyrics of that quite seriously...
Oh, my God.
For the last time. So, guys, everybody who's hoping for more, for the last time, just saying.
I think that, too.
I know. I'm sorry. It's every time I hear that, that's what I think.
I almost wonder if that song should have been in the last
last
song we've ever heard.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, here's the funny thing is, so the Chromatics do come back for the last songs. They're there with Julie Cruz when she does The World Turns.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool.
Yes.
Yeah, that was cool.
Here, hit that message if you don't mind. I was going to say, would love. 25 years later, Andrew interviewed John Neff.
Cool.
I believe it's on. If you search it on our website, you'll find there's an interview with John.
Andrew, I don't know how he has time to interview so many people.
I know.
It's like every week somebody.
He sounds like us.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, you got Krista.
do
Come
a
on,
show
we've been
every
trying to
week.
get Krista.
I
You guys got
know.
Krista. Come
She's
on.
so nice.
Yes, she is. She's awesome. That was a great interview.
It was good.
So that's why I have to say, who's next?
I'm next.
You're next.
And my number one is jumping off of the live, like, Roadhouse, as I call it, soundtrack, and going on to the original soundtrack, and that is Heartbreaking by Angelo Badalamenti.
So good.
Robert Smokey Miles.
He was the guy.
Oh, he
that
was
you
the pianist.
saw.
He was the what?
So in the episode, it's
the guy
actually
that's playing.
Robert playing. And he's actually just playing a song.
Or I don't even know if he's really playing. He's just
I think
looking like
they
he's
think
playing.
they asked him to play a song. Like he actually did play
you're
something.
Right, you're right.
You just don't see the keys.
Yeah,
So
you
it
don't.
doesn't matter.
So he played the beginning, and then it goes into Angelo's Heartbreaking.
Because they wanted the mood on the set.
Yeah.
And then Robert didn't finally heard he was on. He's like, finally, I was on.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure a lot of people were that way.
No, but that scene, I'm going to say that over and over, that scene by far is Twin Peaks at its best. That whole episode with the dream and the cherry pie and Dougie and the Mitchum brothers and Amy Shields comes out with Giselle and Andrea, and they're all standing there and the cars, just that whole scene. And then you see Cooper with the pie, and he does he says, this is damn good pie, and then he goes, damn good, and it's like it jogs his memory, and I'm like, first time I knew Cooper was in there was when he cries when he sees Sonny Jim in the car. I knew that was Cooper thinking about woulda, shoulda, coulda kind of thing. And then the other time was when that scene and the damn good. And then, now this is my interpretation. Remember, I'm all about everybody's individual interpretation, but my interpretation, when the song starts playing and he listens and he turns to the piano and then he sort of looks up and he mouths something. And to me, he's mouthing Laura. Or something to that effect. And then the older lady comes out and she says,
Yeah.
"Mr. Jackpots," and and she hugs him and she's talking to him and he's looking past her. He's not even looking at her.
Yeah.
He's just kind of and then goodbye, and then she goes, and then the music changes, and then he goes back to the pie and the champagne and the whole thing.
Yeah.
That whole scene, the way that it's done, is beautiful.
Yeah.
That whole scene with the music just sucks you in. It literally takes the wind out of your your sails. Like totally, like that whole scene. I watched it and I'm just like, I watched it again immediately afterwards. You know how they replayed it?
Yep.
Watched it again because that part.
And didn't you think that the next episode we were gonna get Dale Cooper back?
I think everybody did. I think everybody did.
I was like, oh, Ben's like, this is it.
Yeah, a lot of
This
people.
one where he gets hit in the head, or I can't remember.
No, the next one is just the one where he gets hit in the head with a baseball once, and that's all he is in the whole show.
No, that was in 12. Yeah.
What's funny, you talk about Laura because you hear that song. At least the first note, I think, oh, he's gonna play Laura Palmer's theme song, or
yeah, it sounds very Laura-ish.
There was something there, like maybe it was just
Yeah.
maybe the first piano note or something that I thought we were gonna get that, and I said, oh, he's gonna wake up.
Yeah,
Didn't happen.
no, I did. I did too. I was one of those people.
There is a factoid that is kind of like a rearrangement of that theme song.
Yeah,
It's
we need
something-
somebody who knows music because I don't know.
Somebody said that at one point. I
No, when
remember,
I
yeah.
Googled it, that's what it said. There was something saying that it was similar to it on purpose. There was a reason why they wanted it that way.
Interesting.
Because I
Epic.
Googled,
Love it.
because also everybody thought that was Angelo. When they is that Angelo? Because
No, I mean Angelo. Yeah, I mean Mulholland Drive. Angelo is the espresso man,
Yeah.
which is a great
I know there's
scene.
definitely a few people that thought that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause if you didn't know what he
We've
looked
had
like.
guests on the show who may have said that too.
Yeah.
So Robert got a lot of love the next day, thinking he was Angelo. I think on Welcome to Twin Peaks, they actually posted, "This is a picture of Angelo."
Yeah, this is a picture of Robert.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
people know. So that concludes our top 3 songs
Yes.
of this movie, and I would say all that stuff changes for me week to week.
Yeah.
I don't even know, but those are my top 3. I'm glad we got to share our top 3s, and everybody out there in Twitterland, thanks for posting stuff.
Yeah.
Give us that hearts. We're almost done. Give us an ovation of hearts.
So I hate saying what we're gonna do because you never know if it's actually gonna happen or not.
It's gonna happen.
I was for next month the Blu-ray of Wild at Heart comes out,
Yes.
and I thought it'd be cool for us to talk about Wild at Heart on the live show next month. And JC, you've never seen Wild at Heart.
I've
right?
seen bits and
You've seen
pieces because
pieces.
my 25 years later, people are going to be like, "You've never seen it," especially since it's one of Andrew and Laura's favorite movies. No, I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I haven't really sat down and watched the entire thing as a whole.
This is exciting. So
Yes.
we're going to do a whole episode live, Wild at Heart, and you get to be the newbie.
Yes, I could be the newbie.
And so I'm gonna let you borrow something. This is one of my treasures
Yay!
here. This is a treasure,
Look at it, it's the Lime Green box set.
But it's signed.
and it's signed.
Wait, it's signed by David?
John Neff.
Oh, that's cool.
So
That's
so
cool.
I don't know if you want to open it up and
Yeah,
see
here,
what's
let's
in
see.
there?
All right, hold on. Here, you hold this so I
Yes,
can do it.
yes.
Okay. So look
don't know.
at you got Eraserhead, which I have seen.
I think
And
one was the
Eraserhead soundtrack, the short films of David Lynch, The Elephant Man extras, Blue Velvet,
Yep.
which I'm in the midst of writing something about, so that'll be good. Wild at Heart, Industrial Symphony No. 1,
It's so good.
Dumbland,
So dumb.
and the Mystery DVD.
So there's also rabbits on there, and there's all these deleted scenes of Wild at Heart, which
Really?
at
Which
the
we're
time-
hoping we're
On the,
going to be
mystery, on the mystery one?
Yes, on the mystery
Okay,
one.
cool.
I mean, actually, they thought they lost the Wild at Heart footage, and they found it, and it's not in the best condition, but they put it on this. And
Oh,
so
that's cool.
That's the only place you can see these deleted scenes
Up
is on,
until now.
up until maybe the Blu-ray.
Yeah, that comes out.
And it's funny, when we did Wild at Heart, I ordered the Blu-ray thinking, oh, it won't matter. And we got it from the Australia, and it mattered. It did not play on anything, and I had to revert to the old DVD version.
Yeah.
So I have a Blu-ray Wild at Heart, out of the country version I cannot use. So I'm excited for this release.
Yes.
Very excited. And the deleted stuff.
Yeah.
I'm excited to
So
see all that
I
extra
think we'll be
stuff.
talking about Wild at Heart in general, and maybe we'll talk some about the Blu-ray.
Okay.
And the deleted
Characters and
stuff,
deleted
and
stuff.
JC's impressions.
Yes.
and,
yeah, because like I said, I've seen bits and pieces. I've seen scenes. I've gone and the bed scene where
Yeah.
which I tweet to Andrew on the regular when he puts something wild at heart up because I just love the way she's so.
There are some disturbing scenes in that film.
I was gonna say that it's probably one of the
Well,
hardest.
I know what William Dafoe looks like, and that just freaks me out.
Well, you just wait.
Yeah, I know.
It's disturbing, and it's hard for me. It's a hard film dealing with the sex and the violence.
Well,
and,
it's when you mix the two together.
Yeah,
it's like it's really uncomfortable, and it's a sweet story between Nicolas Cage and Laura Dern, and I love those two together. And
Sailor and Lula.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
so
spoil
good.
anything, but I think the ending might be my favorite David Lynch ending.
I agree. It's sweet and sour. It starts out
Yeah.
sour and ends
Yeah.
up sweet.
Yeah, so.
And it's a great. It's
So that's
and
next month, though. We'll talk.
if you want a prequel to that movie, in my personal opinion, the prequel is watching Symphony Number 1. Is that Industrial Symphony Number 1? Because
there's some characters that come on that look like Sailor
and Lula.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Wild at Heart was a book, wasn't it? It was an author, and this is David Lynch's version of that book. Yes.
And he wrote the script with
the author
who we have on the show. We
Yes.
talked to him. I'm terrible. We are the worst.
Pretend you don't. Just, it's
never
fine.
mind.
It's fine. Keep just moving on.
Very good. I think it is.
Thank you, Adam.
But I think when you watch that and you get to see them, it's almost like this prequel. It's like a part of this universe that they exist in, and it's kind of cool.
Very cool.
And that's a great piece. Have you seen Industrial Symphony Number 1?
No,
It's on
that I haven't.
there.
I know that I have.
It's an hour
There's
long.
a couple things that I
I
haven't.
think
It
you
is
should write.
so good.
Actually, somebody on 25 years later, I think has already written.
No, I
on
think
that.
I want to say Rob did. No, Twin Peaks did. I think
Yeah.
Pete's
Somebody
did.
did.
Pete did.
Hey, Pete.
Barry Gifford. That's the author's
Barry
name. Thank
Gifford.
you.
Thank you.
I kind of mumbled Barry Gifford. Thank you. Barry Gifford.
Barry Gifford.
That was a good interview with him because he,
so nice.
He talked about Wild at Heart, but he also co-wrote Lost Highway, which was cool to be able to
Yes.
talk about that.
Yeah. Great interview. Check it out on our Podbean. So I guess that's it, right? Hey, quick question before we get going. If we do another live show, do we change it up? And I was suggesting we go try our YouTube channel, or do we just stick with Twitter, or do we go back to Facebook, or do we switch around? You know what? If you want to let us know, send us an email at twinpeaksunwrapped@gmail.com, or if you want to send us a message on Twitter saying we like this, stick with Twitter. We would love to know.
Yes.
Just send us a message, and if we get a lot of votes for one thing, we'll probably stick with that.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there.
Sounds
See
good.
what people like. You know, I don't know anymore.
And I
what
want to
people
say
like.
thank you, JC, for the wine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last
Very
time,
nice.
I'm going to give you last time. Shout out.
Kyle.
Baby Bear Syrah from Kyle McLaughlin. Pursued by Bear Vineyards. Just don't go back to Facebook. There's one vote.
All right.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Yes,
it was excellent wine.
you know,
Twitter for the win.
Twitter for the win. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll stick with Twitter.
Yeah. No, so guys, I'm gonna actually sell for him right now. See this bottle of wine? You can own this bottle of wine and several others. He has 3: Syrah, Cabernet, and the best rosé you will ever have in your entire life. You go to pursuedbybear.com.
This
And you could
episode
sign
is
up for the list.
sponsored by-
Yeah, it's sponsored by. Hey, that's not such a bad thing.
Yeah.
Just saying. But no, seriously, it's great. It's great. It's great vino. Wouldn't you guys say?
I'm
Yes.
very happy.
Yes,
Very
yes.
good.
It's good.
I had one glass and I'm done. I'm done.
We're good.
It was so good. You can find us at Twin Peaks Unwrapped on Facebook if you're still on to the Facebook. We're hanging out on Reddit. Right here on Twitter. Ben's always doing stuff on Twitter.
Yes.
Yeah, we're all on Twitter, right?
Yeah, we're all on Twitter.
Yeah,
I'm
Twitter.
JHotch726, I believe, on Twitter. So if you want to follow me, and then follow at 25 Years Later site. We're on Twitter. We're on Insta. 25 Years Later site. We're on Facebook. 25 Years Later site, and go to www.25yearslatersite.com.
In the Bookhouse
Yes.
Babes.
Yes, and the Bookhouse Babes. You can follow Bookhouse Babes also on Twitter. We are highly Twitter.
We're Twittering.
We're Twittering as
It's all
we
on
get. It's all on Twitter.
On Twitter.
Yes.
You can send us an email, twinpeaksunwrapped@gmail.com. And subscribe to
Cheers.
us on iTunes. Leave that 5-star review. Leave us a comment. We're on Spotify. You can rate us on Spotify. You can follow us on Spotify. You can listen to us when you're doing things, listening to Spotify. Go do it. We're on Google Play. We're on YouTube. Am I missing anything, Ben?
I think
Anything
you got it all.
I think you got
Do
it
you
all.
want to mention who's going to be on the show next week? We'll be going out Monday.
Monday. we are going to have, help me out here. Is this Josh Minton?
It is Josh Minton.
Now, guys, I'm going to prepare you. On Monday's show, we have Josh Minton from the Red Room Podcast. Happy birthday, Scott Ryan. He does a show with Scott Ryan. His theory is really going to
right.
flip the script on everything you've ever thought of. And I'm not even joking when I say that, because sometimes you tease something and people are like, nah, I can't be that crazy. No, it's pretty crazy.
It's pretty crazy.
But it's cool that he has it, and he's actually going to have a book about
He's got some good arguments to make it.
Yeah. He's got a book coming out.
We're going to talk about the skeleton key to Twin Peaks Season 3.
That's right.
Yeah, and it's... At the end, there's a little audio clip, so you get to listen to that next week.
He did an article with you guys.
Yes, he did. Yeah, we posted about the skeleton key on 25 Years Later.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I'll tease something in a couple weeks. We're going to have Debbie Zoller on.
Yes! I can't wait for that one.
Very good
Love her.
interview. She did the makeup. She's a makeup artist on The Return.
But she's also a makeup artist from the original, isn't she?
No.
She's not.
No, she's friends with the
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
She took the torch,
Yes.
she said. But she did other
She did
stuff.
Lost Highway.
Yeah, she did. Okay, that's right.
But fantastic interview. That's going to be coming out the 14th. Look for that.
And on
I
the
can
7th,
tease that.
we got more community rewatch.
Episode 1.
Episode 1 with 25
years later.
Gang.
Yes.
JC, you're not with us. But
I'm not with us. That's all right. You got Andrew, you got Lindsay, I think, Twin Peaks?
Yep.
And who, is that it?
I think that's...
And Laura? No.
No, and...
Not John Burnett.
Francine?
I think it's Laura.
Okay.
Oh, Laura. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's we got a lot of great stuff. That's all we can really tease right now, because we don't want to tease.
No, I
anything
could give
else.
you 6 months of...
No, because it's all going to change. It's all
Yes.
going to change. All right, so I guess we're out of here. Good job,
Thank you.
guys.
Bye, all.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
Cheers.
Cheers with the big ears.
Bye. Yes, me. Yes, it's Laura.